Uma organização exponencial é aquela que tem um impacto ao menos 10 vezes maior do que a dos concorrentes. Para construir isso, a organização exponencial precisa se organizar para aproveitar o potencial das novas tecnologias. Ou seja, inovar é imprescindível. Conforme novas ferramentas tecnológicas surgem, novas possibilidades se abrem para os negócios. Essa ideia foi difundida no best-seller Organizações Exponenciais, e eu vou conversar com um dos autores do livro. Salim Ismail tem um currículo e tanto. Ele é engenheiro eletricista, mestre em administração, empreendedor, especialista em inovação, palestrante e fundador e diretor executivo da ExoWorks. Hello, Salim. Welcome.
Great to be here.
Great. So we have a few questions for you. First, talking about innovation is easier than innovating in itself. That being said, what do cooperatives need to do in order to be truly innovative? Is there a recipe for that?
There is actually, today one of the characteristics we talk about when we talk about organizations that can scale is experimentation and constantly testing. We're in a world that's changing very radically. And so constantly running experiments to test assumptions and to test hypotheses is critical so that you have a clear sense of what reality looks like. If you don't run those tests and experiments, then you don't know what's actually happening or how the world is changing. So you need to run those experiments and then feed that back. So today, innovation is a mandatory feature in any organization, whether it's a cooperative, whether it's a government department, whether it's a company or not.
Great, so there is a recipe. And I would like to know, what advice do you have for cooperatives that want to follow in the path of innovation, but still don't know where to begin?
So for any cooperative, there's a very clear path to implementing innovation, okay? Number one is every cooperative has a few percent, maybe 5% completely crazy people that are very hard to manage, but they're very bright, very loyal. You put them at the edge of the cooperative and let them build new ideas at the edge. Do not do it at the core organization. And then at the core organization, you have to solve the cultural problem of what I call the immune system. When you do anything disruptive in an existing organization, all the antibodies attack you because all of our organizations are designed for efficiency and for predictability. But today you need to be designed for flexibility, adaptability, agility, speed. So a combination of changing mindset in the core organization plus letting crazy people at the edge is the way to do it. And the reason I'm so passionate about Brazil is everybody in Brazil is crazy. So yeah. I'm pretty confident the incredible creativity will come from that.
Great, that's a great tip for our cooperatives. Next, I want to know, what is the role of leadership in this process of digital transformation and innovation? Is that a kind of culture that needs to come from above in order to become exponential or not?
So in order to become exponential, leadership should do two things. One is hold the purpose and vision of the organization, but all the ideas should come from the bottom. Because the people at the bottom who are doing the work always have the best ideas. So when you look at the success of Apple or Amazon or Google, it's always the people at the bottom that had great ideas. The leadership holds the vision and then lets the ideas that fit that vision the most, like Google organize the world's information, the ones that do it the best float up to the top and they get implemented. So innovation really best comes from the bottom. The role of the leader is to hold that overall culture and then let the innovation flow up and allow processes for that.
That's really interesting. So everybody has a role to play
Everybody
in the
has
innovation
a role to
process.
play. Yes.
Great. And what would you say are the biggest challenges that cooperative leadership needs to keep an eye on for the next years in order to start preparing right away for this process?
So the biggest challenge, as I said earlier, is what I call the immune system problem, right? I was the head of innovation at Yahoo, running their incubator. And I found the more disruptive an idea we came up with, the less the company could handle it. Because as I said earlier, all our organizations are designed for predictability and efficiency. It's like a Roman army marching along with shields and spears in a phalanx formation. If you come in from the side, it does not matter how nice you are, you're going to get speared, right? And so you have to create a structure that allows creative innovation happening at the edge and at the same time solve the immune system problem and not have the existing organization attack those new ideas. And a combination of those two has done it. And this was very difficult in the past, but we now have a very tried and true methodology for this, that we've seen work in many, many companies now.
Interesting, very interesting. And we are here today. We are here building the future of cooperatives.
Yeah.
But we also are building a more cooperative future. And I would like to know, how do you see the role of businesses that are more collaborative in this process of building a better world?
So if you want to build a better world, I believe that it has to be a cooperative structure. Okay? Why? Because the hardest currency in the world today is trust. Okay? We don't trust each other in many ways. Social media has caused a breakdown in trust in all of our institutions, our governments, each other, our tribes, etc. And cooperatives have a natural business model that's based on trust. And so in order to scale trust, and one of our community members made a very profound observation. He said scarcity equals abundance minus trust, right? So if you can solve for trust, it allows us to move society from scarcity to abundance. And actually, we have a 35,000 person community in our company globally. We run it like a cooperative because we feel that that's a very important, because then interests are shared, values are aligned, etc. And everybody shares in the upside, therefore all the motivations are lined up. So that's the only way we can manage ourselves. And I think that's the same for the cooperative world. And I think over time, we'll find more and more institutions and governments and even companies moving to a more cooperative model because we'll find it's better.
Great. Yeah, I think the future truly is cooperative. Those are all the questions we have for now. I'd like to thank you so much, Mr. Salim, for participating and sharing with us all of your knowledge and experience. Thank you very much.
Great to be here.
Thank you.